What's up, You'll Hear It listeners? Adam here. Peter's not here. Peter is playing at the Village Vanguard this week with Christian McBride, and I thought I would take this opportunity to do a little recap for you. You know, on the podcast, we listen to a lot of music from, 1971, 1975, 1982, 1959, even 1963. We like those years. So I thought it would be cool to listen to some music that came out in 2025, some of our favorites from some of our favorite artists. And it's a pretty good list. I think it's pretty complete, but I'm sure I left out some gems. So please put in the comments your favorite jazz albums of 2025 or jazz adjacent albums. We got some jazz adjacent stuff in here as well. We're going to start though with one of our all-time favorites, the Branford Marsalis Quartet. This is of course Branford Marsalis on the saxophone, Joey Calderazzo on the piano, Eric Rivas on the bass, and Justin Faulkner on the drums. This is a Blue Note album. This is Branford's Blue Note debut, an album called Belonging, and this is Spiral Dance. Branford and the boys always bringing it. Just amazing. Joey Calderazzo, one of our favorite pianists here. You got to check out the whole album. The album is an interpolation. Interpretation? We'll never know. It's an interpretation of Keith Jarrett's 1974 album Belonging that has the same track order. It's pretty great listen. I recommend listening to the whole thing because it is fantastic. Some of the greatest in the genre right there. Okay, next up, we've got an album by the one and only Kenny Barron. Kenny Barron, who is a modern master, and released an album called Songbook on the Artwork Records. And these are 13 of his own compositions. Lyricist Janice Jarrett adds words to each piece, and he's got a long-time trio with him. Kiyoshi Kitagawa, Jonathan Blake provides the foundation, and Catherine Russell is singing on this track, the original Minor Blues redo.
Brighter days ahead, I know they're coming. Give thanks for what we got, keep on humming. You know we can't stop now, got to do some giving. Brighter days ahead, I know they're coming. Give thanks for what we got, keep on humming. You know we can't stop now, got to do some giving. In every moment, there's a treasure. The pleasure when we are there for one another. Sisters and brothers.
How good is that?
The ones that came before us sowed the seeds so we could carry on work to be done. Look toward the sun.
Catherine Russell there singing Minor Blues redo. Kenny Barron, 82 years old, still sounding amazing. Honestly, go listen to his playing on this album and just be wowed by the fountain of youth that is Kenny Barron. I got to see him live in a duo situation with Benny Green just a couple years ago, and he was putting on a show. He was putting on a clinic. It was fantastic. Again, Kenny Barron, the album is called Songbook. It's on the Artwork Records label. We've got a new album for Joshua Redman as well. It's called Words Fall Short. It's another Blue Note album, and this is with a new band for Joshua Redman. He chose a bunch of people in their 20s. Nazir Abo, Philip Norris, Paul Cornish, Skylar Tang. This is Icarus from Words Fall Short. That is Icarus from the new Joshua Redman album, Words Fall Short. I am such a sucker for when a master like Joshua Redman, an established musician who's been around for a minute, hires a band of just fiery young upstarts, and this is in that tradition fully. Next up, we've got an enchanting album from an enchanting duo. This is Gillian, Margot, and Geoffrey Keezer, vocalist and pianist respectively. Peter and I actually got to see them tour this album. They came here through St. Louis, and honestly, one of the highlights of 2025 for me was that show. It was just a magical evening of two musicians, partners in music, partners in life, and they just are in this lock step with each other the whole way. Both, they're very different artists, but they bring this chemistry that just is undeniable when they play this piano vocal duo. And they released an album this year. It's self-titled, just Gillian, Margot, and Geoffrey Keezer. This is Thou Swell.
Thou swell, thou witty, thou sweet, thou grand, wouldst kiss me pretty. Wouldst hold my hand, both thine eyes are cue, do what you do to me. Hear me holler, I choose a sweet lollapalooza in thee. I feel so rich in a hut for two. 2 rooms and a kitchen, I'm sure would do. Give me just a plot of not a lot of land. And thou swell, thou witty, thou grand. Thou swell, thou witty.
Man, all that stuff Keezer's doing.
Thou sweet, thou grand, wouldst kiss me pretty. Wouldst hold my hand, both thine eyes argue, do what you do to me. Hear me holler, I choose a sweet lollapalooza. Oh, I feel so rich in a little
How great is that? Gillian, Margot, Geoffrey Keezer, two amazing artists in their own right, getting together on this self-titled album. By the way, they are both instructors here at Open Studio. They both have courses on Open Studio. Gillian has a great vocal course where I actually am a little bit of a guinea pig singing for her. I was so nervous about that, but she's really helped me out in some vocal things. And then Geoffrey Keezer has many courses for us here at Open Studio. Just a complete pianistic master, and so exciting that they made this album, and really, really worth the listen all the way through. Another brand new Open Studio artist is on our list a few times here. The incredible Sullivan Fortner released a trio album called Southern Nights back in March. This is on the Artworks Records label, just as Kenny Barron was. This features Marcus Gilmore and Peter Washington, and Sullivan wanted to record this with no rehearsals, no retakes, and no isolation to capture the true spontaneity. This is an Alan Toussaint song called Southern Nights. So before we get too far in, I just want to explain what he's doing there real quick. Do you hear that harp sound, right? So what he's doing is he's pressing down on the keys to the piano without making a sound, right? On a lot of grand pianos, you can very gently press down on the keys, and the hammer has what's called the break where it won't actually hit the key. So you can make a chord like that and not use the sustain pedal, but just hold the chord down without making a sound, and then you scrape your nails along the strings, and it sounds like that guitar harp-like sound. Let's hear that again. It's really cool. Famously, Oscar Peterson starting Corcovado, Quiet Nights, on his We Take Requests the same way. Marcus Gilmore on the drums, Peter Washington on the bass. Man. Sullivan's such an interesting pianist. It's a great trio album. A lot of unexpected twists and turns, per usual, for a Sullivan Fortner album. Sullivan shows up again on Cécile McLorin Salvant's album, which is no big shocker. They've made a lot of great music together over the last decade or so now. It's been an incredible, productive partnership for them artistically. And this is from Cécile's new album, Oh Snap, which is, I thought, a revelation the first time I heard this album. There's so many surprises on it. I'm such a huge fan of everything she does. She's always keeping you guessing as a fan. You know, every release is like, where is her head going now? It's so inspiring as an artist, and just everything she does, I'm here for it. I'm ready to take the journey, and Oh Snap is no different. Just a really, really magical journey to take listening to the whole album. This track that I chose, Anything But Now, is kind of an outlier on the album, honestly, but I love the song so much because it resonates so much. It's about being anywhere but here, about how our minds go anywhere, thinking about anything but now. You'll get the idea. But this is Sullivan on the piano, Kyle Poole on the drums, Yasushi Nakamura on the bass. Check it out.
1, 2, 1. Overthinking. 1, 2, 3.
Of time thinking about doing things instead of doing them. I spend a lot of time thinking about saying things instead of saying them. Out loud, out loud, out loud. I spend a lot of time ruminating, reminiscing about the past, fantasizing about the future, thinking about anything but now. Thinking about anything but now.
So great. Oh my God.
Thinking about anything, 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 anything but now. Thinking about anything, 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 anything but now. Thinking about anything, 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 anything but now. Thinking about anything, 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 anything but now.
I love it so much. My goodness gracious. Cécile just crushing. Sullivan just crushing at that tempo. I love too that she's like pushing the mics and the preamps into somewhere very interesting at the end there. She's really going for it. I love it when people go for it. It's a great album all the way through. Like I said, that's not really like a great representation of everything on this album. It's not like a lot of straight ahead stuff. There's folk vibes in there. There's electronic music vibes in there. Worth checking out. That's Oh Snap from Cécile McLorin Salvant. Next up, we've got another incredible artist who put out, I think this is one of the better albums that came out in the whole year. And I think mostly because I'm 46 and I love Brad Mehldau till the day I die. I love everything he does. I always have. And then he happened to make an album full of Elliott Smith songs. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm 46. And so Elliott Smith is right there in my wheelhouse. Brad Mehldau making an album of Elliott Smith songs would have been something that 18-year-old me would have wrote down as like, if I could win the lottery or have this, which would I rather have? And I might have wanted to have this. And honestly, it doesn't disappoint. He pulled it off. I listened to the track I'm about to play, which is Everything Means Nothing to Me, an incredible song. And this one was the one that I was really worried about. Like, would he be able to pull this out? Because it's challenging. And I think he absolutely nails it. He absolutely crushes it. So we're going to listen to most of here, Everything Means Nothing to Me. Brad Mehldau on the None Such label. Bassoon makes most things better. Matt Chamberlain on the drums throughout this whole album is a real treat. So it was about here that I was starting to get a little worried, like, is he going to be able to bring the spirit of the original? I mean, he's already made this very original sounding, but he's going to be able to like capture what makes this track, the original track, so great. And he does. He lands the plane. That's all we were waiting for. That's all we were waiting for. Honestly, the first time I heard that, my hands went up in the air, and I might have said out loud, "You did it, Brad." Even as if I'm talking as if he's there. Just because it's really difficult to pull off what he pulls off in this album, and he does. He pulls it off, and it works. It really works. It could have not worked, and it works great. Next up is another Gen X jazz icon, Robert Glasper, featuring Yebba. This is from Robert's album Keys to the City, Volume 1 on the Loma Vista record label. This album compiles standout moments from Robert's 5-year residency, the annual Robtober at the Blue Note in New York City. And we've all seen the clips, right? We all look forward to Robtober every year, and you get all those Instagram clips of Robert Glasper playing with some of the greatest musicians in the world coming through. And this is Robert Glasper and Yebba, and this is Over. Like you're in the room. It's like you're at the Blue Note. There's a 2-drink minimum. Really, really fun live album. So check that out from Robert Glasper. That's Over, featuring Yebba. Next up is one of the most acclaimed albums of the year from Mary Halvorson. Incredible guitarist, very unique musician. This is from an album called About Ghost on the Nonesuch label. This is called Carved From. Mary Halvorson always playing with our ideas and expectations about what jazz is, what improvisation is, what guitar is. We're always left like, do I know what a guitar is after that? A beautiful playing too by the Amaryllis Sextet on there. Patricia Brennan, Nick Dunstan, Thomas Fujiwara, Jacob Garchik, and Adam O'Farrell. Next up, we have a new album from Christian McBride. This is a big band album featuring a 17-piece big band. It's called Without Much Ado, Volume 1. It's on the Mac Avenue Records label. Christian took this album on like Jimmy Kimmel Live. He's been all over with it, and it's a great album. You don't hear too many great big band albums anymore, but this is fantastic. This track features Samara Joy on the old tune, Old Folks. What a voice, Samara.
Like the seasons, he'll come and he'll go, just as free.
And what a treat to hear Christian McBride in this context of a big band.
As his word. That's why everybody loves him so. Always leaving his spoon in his coffee, tucks his napkin up under his chin, and that yellow cob pipe, it's so mellow, it's ripe.
Wow.
You needn't be ashamed of him.
Very, very enjoyable big band album from Christian McBride. Without Much Ado, Volume 1 on the Mac Avenue label. Next up, we've got a release from a dearly departed artist. This is another album featuring Christian McBride. It was recorded in February and March of 2020, the year before the great Chick Corea passed away. So this is Trilogy 3 live. It's on the Candid record label. And it features Chick Corea on the piano, Christian McBride on the bass, and Brian Blade on the drums. And it's amazing. It's just so incredible to hear Chick and how good he was playing right up until the end. And man, do we miss him. We really miss Chick Corea around here. This is Windows. Unbelievable playing by Chick Corea. Oh. It's just a real treat. Anything that we can get new from Chick posthumously, we'll take. It's just to hear him playing in that context with those two musicians, Christian McBride and Brian Blade, is really magical. And that whole album, the version of Humpty Dumpty, is unbelievable. I encourage you to go check it out. That's it. We have one more track, but I just want to thank you for listening with me. Don't forget to put in the comments what I left out. I'm sure I left out some amazing music. This is a really good year for jazz, actually. Really, really good year for music in general. So put in the comments your favorite albums of 2025. And I think we're going to be doing some more of this new music listening sessions on the You'll Hear It podcast in 2026. It's one of our goals to do maybe a weekly what's been released in the jazz world. So stay tuned for that. That's coming. We are going to go out with a new album from Dee Dee Bridgewater and Bill Charlap that was released this year. It's called Elemental. It's on Mack Avenue. Bill Charlap, just one of the most amazing pianists working today. Dee Dee Bridgewater, one of the most incredible vocalists around, and they teamed up for this. There's nobody better at supporting vocalists than Bill, and there's nobody better than of interacting with pianists than Dee Dee. So this is a really, really incredible combination. Here they are, performing Mood Indigo. You'll hear it, everybody.
You ain't been blue. No, no, no. You ain't been blue. You've had that mood indigo, that feeling goes stealing down to my shoes while I sit and sigh.